folks, and welcome back to twitch.tv/games with Nick. Bonus stream today. We're going to stream Virtuous as Reward for probably a couple hours, which means a couple episodes overall to go live eventually. Again, I'm doing this to partly have some backup stuff to go live on the channel while I'm on break, which will happen starting in a couple of weeks. Let's go ahead and continue Virtuous Reward from where we left it off. And I believe...
Is this another warehouse?
Let me look at the flow. So what happened is, last time we went through the red door and had our first couple of block ending. Then we switched to the bad ending, and here we realized that Sigma and 5 kind of know that they're swapping between timelines. And then this timeline got locked because we kind of need to know who planted the bomb to be able to continue. So we went back one step and chose to go through the green door instead, which leads to the archives. And now we're on the other side of that.
It looks like it.
Just like the one on floor A.
There's graffiti on the wall here too. It's something different though.
Memento mori if the nineth lie be the sun.
Did they make a mistake? That isn't how you spell it. They added that E to ninth. Why?
Yeah. That is weird.
What does it mean?
Well, I think Memento Mori is something like remember death or don't forget your mortality. That are parts. I mean, I assume it's just what it says on the tin.
A conditional relating to whether or not a lion has eaten the sun?
Yeah?
But what on earth does that mean? It just seems like gibberish.
Agreed. Whatever it means is beyond me.
Look at that door over there. Doesn't it look just like the one on the other floor? Yeah, but there isn't anything written on this one.
Yeah, there's a big 9 on the other door. I guess it means this door isn't important.
I don't see anything that looks like it might open it either.
Yup. Nothing. Not opening.
Of course it isn't. I mean, look at this thing. It's solid steel.
Well, how do you open it then?
From the other side, maybe?
The other side?
Hey, what's the deal with those doors over there? The ones that are glowing white. Do you think they could be chromatic doors? There are 3 of them.
Yeah, I think you're right. See? They've got those little boxes. These must be the next set of chromatic doors we're supposed to go through.
But they're all the same color. Well, for all the other doors, we had to add colors together to make another color. In this case, we probably just have to make white instead.
Suddenly, the voice of the announcer echoed through the warehouse.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What? How the hell did that happen?
Someone on one of the other teams must have opened one. All they'd need is one of the moon keys.
Why would they do that without waiting for the rest of us?
We can ask them when we get there. Come on.
As a reminder, we just found in the room that we were in a leaflet that said that if nobody votes for one of the groups, then everybody gets penalized, so they all die. I do hate that they're forcing you to sit through these scenes. Like, just freaking teleport me to the main door if nothing's happening, you know? I wonder if they really just want you to be familiar with the layout for some reason. We leapt out of the magenta door and into the warehouse. There's two Tenyoji, Dio, and Alice. Hey! What the hell is this? Why'd you open one of the AB rooms before the rest of us got back?
Alice and I haven't done anything.
Dio apparently felt he didn't need to wait.
You got a problem?
Yes, I do have a problem.
Why? I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the AB rooms.
Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common sense.
Sigma's right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere.
Oh, I missed that. I'm trying once in a while to see if we can skip some stuff. No sooner were the words out of her mouth that Kay shouts, "Oh, thank goodness!"
You're all here.
Did something happen?
Yes, it's Quark, you see.
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. This condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Samuel just shoved Kay aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him. Okay, this we can skip. So Quark is infected with Luna is a medic. Quark is infected with Radical 6. We haven't found anything.
There was plenty.
Oh god. Oh god.
The pantry. There was nothing.
We're just going over the stuff that people saw. Quark tries to kill himself. We grab the scalpel. Inject him with a tranquilizer. Alice also looks pale. We run after her. Don't know which way she went. Search in the lounge. I turn and head toward the exit. I don't know why they're not letting me skip this, because we already saw this. Oh, I guess it's because we're gonna enter one of the rooms that we had not seen from this perspective last time. Are we not being in the pantry? I guess not, huh? So this is the pantry, huh? Alice, Myoji, and Dio search this room. Damn. Nothing here either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. If she loses it like Quark did and nobody's around to stop her. Shit, I need to hurry. I decided to try the garden, where 5 Quark and Kay had gone after passing through their door. Come on, let me skip it! It's so slow! Botanical garden. Really, no? The first thing I noticed inside the first time I stepped was smell. Plant life was everywhere. The air was filled with fresh scent of it growing, underlaid with sweet, dry tones of dead leaves underfoot. While the air outside had been dry and harsh, in here it was warm and wet, like the forest after a spring rain. Just like Kay said. Plants and stuff everywhere. I guess Alice isn't here this time. Damn, she's not here either. This is bad. We've been searching for Alice for a while, but have found nothing. I hope that nothing had happened to her, but... I searched every corner of floor B. She was nowhere to be seen. This is pointless. We should just get back to floor A. Maybe someone else has found her. Crew quarters. Doesn't look like anybody's here. I should have a look in the rooms. She's dead. Oh, Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It was almost like getting punched. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No, why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward and the next. My legs began to wobble and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but she don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last I pressed my fingers through her neck and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somewhat inhuman. No. Embedded in her chest was a scalpel. I was no doctor, but judging from the angle, it looked like it had pierced her heart. Had someone stabbed her? No. What if she...
We're all going to die. I'd rather die here!
No. No. Something in my brain snapped. Yeah! The scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. The last thing I felt was my body slumping to the floor as the world went dark. When I came to, I was in a field of nothingness. This is an actual bad ending. Ah, no. It's actually a secret lock, which is, where did Alice go? Then suddenly the word shifted. For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then, just as I'd begun to adjust, it was gone. As if nothing had happened. What was that? It was the same sensation I felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad! I need to find Alice now! But where could she be? Damn it, Alice, where are you? We know exactly where she is. What about the crew quarters? Yeah! That has to be it! I set off at a dead run. So, it looks like this whole rightmost timeline is about you understanding your ability to jump between timelines. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Alice, so you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held a scalpel like a caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just like that scalpel.
No, I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arm and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. and apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something! There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Shit, what am I supposed to do now? Oh man. Maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning.
Yeah, Alice also is infected with Radical
Everything's
6.
coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to Ally.
Oh, wait, what happened to Clover? Oh, Clover is not leaving Alice's
That
side.
means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm gonna choose Betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AV room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
So our policy, and I'm gonna say this, is to always choose Ally before we choose Betray. Eventually we're gonna have to do both of them for everything, because that's just how the game works. So we always choose Ally first, with one exception, and that exception is when we play against Dio. Fuck that guy.
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to Ally, correct?
Nope, doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. I pulled a scrap of paperwork found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
I found it when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess you only put one in the archives. Whatever, I'll just read for you. Some of your rules, no voting's not an option. If you vote privately, refuse to vote, everybody gets penalized. Get it? The whole team can't
That
abstain.
means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So Alice is guaranteed to vote Ally, which means that if Dio picks Betray...
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose Betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room, too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh! Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah. If something does happen, Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you solo? You're playing against K and Quark, but with Quark out, that means K would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck
Oh,
is wrong with
she
you?
flashed from another area where he doesn't betray her. We'll see if that's actually the case. Had something happened between Kai and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on. We need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, they were off. I gave one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back for the warehouse at the dead one. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AB gate. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. You already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Two more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms.
Two minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to a lie. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the Nonary game didn't seem so scared. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? Whoa! Okay, this is not what it looks like, I swear to God. I didn't just jerk off in the bathroom. What? What the hell is this? For the first time since I found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment I thought it somehow touched some white paint or something similar, but the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry when I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really? But...
Yeah. Just shut up, it's fine, alright? I'm fine, leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong, very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. With a defeated breath, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, those of you who have kept up with our game will know exactly what was happening there. If you haven't tried to piece it together, the clue was in the last couple of
Round
episodes.
2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
So you chose Ally after all.
Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they all centered on one thing. The mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked off toward the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out, since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. What in the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you'd never get anything that looked like that. And I've never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life, I'd seen my body bleed many times. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult. And every single time I bled red like any other human being. So why was it that this time it was white? What the hell is happening to me?
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
Yeah, right. On my way. Did my best to compose myself and headed over to join the others.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Alright. Hey, everybody's aligned. Nice.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
That's a good round. Everybody's aligned.
This is incredible. Look, everyone voted Ally. You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose Betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted Ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose Ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Oh, yeah. Looks like we all lied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shouting echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to? Then that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled out automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. I held my arm out and tied it into a wide-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat.
Huh. So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the four we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so two of them are our partners.
That means the other two are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Phi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were. Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other three colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
So I'm with the cyan pair, I think, since I'm a red solo.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you two do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was when she wanted. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. Managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out of the yellow door. Then Myoji and Kay quickly followed. In only moments, all three had disappeared. So, what is it that you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. Garden.
You know this place?
Yes, well, sort of. Came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
Sure. She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted a tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. I was silent for a moment, then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom and made an almost imperceptibly winding noise. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me. Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Yeah? Well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Tiltil and Midtil get asked to find a bluebird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Tiltil and Mittil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Whoa, that's a bummer. Whoa. What about the moral, then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again.
That's a bummer.
I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
That is true.
You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2 in the pre-quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we split up to go look for Alice. First place I went to was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice. And then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah?
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice. Didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well... I don't know what to say. Okay, first of all... Okay, no, I guess I'm jumping to a conclusion. For now, let's go on. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
Oh, what?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn. So you did see it, huh?
Yes, I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I'm a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Oh, yeah, I've heard those before. That's just an ideal, though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed. I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, the Atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard a crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Hi?
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No, were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger and saw bomb 1. Shit! This is...
Antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 1.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
Shit. Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
Can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Taking a walk? You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret, so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
So, who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Temioji. Kay and Dio. And of course Alice and Quark. Both seemed to be sleeping peacefully. You'd never think to look at them that they'd been completely insane not so long ago. Alright everybody, listen up. I told them how we'd found the number 1 bomb in the garden. And how, judging by the number of the 2 bombs we've found so far, there was probably a number 2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But...
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
Silence.
Huh?
I know who did it. Flash. To be continued. All right. I'm gonna go. I don't want to betray. I never want to pick betray unless I really have to. So let me go back up here to the AB game round 1 and choose ally this time. Now remember, the first time we played through this AB game, we betrayed and Alice lied. It's fine. I stepped out of the UB room. I could see it. I was running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer.
What the hell were you thinking? Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, I was, and yeah, I did. That's why I chose Ally. He told me that unless we were sure Alice would choose Ally, we had to vote Betrayed. That means that if we do know Alice is going to pick Ally, we can too.
So you're sure you know what she voted?
Yeah, I guarantee Alice chose Ally.
How do you know that?
I guess you could say I just know.
Are you making fun of me?
Maybe.
You Siggy! But no! Hey, what? We're about to announce.
Let's go. We'll find.
Yeah, let's just go look at the results.
Good. Let's go! If every.
Yep, Ramadic Game Run 1 results. Everybody's looking. Betray, ally, betray. Dun dun dun.
Here are the results now.
Hey, Alice! What the hell is this?
Excuse me? I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose Betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
But the last time you chose Ally for this round. So I was sure you'd... That's why I... No. Why?
Wait a minute. Last time? What on earth are you talking about?
I thought you said you were sure. Thanks to you, now our BP is down to 1.
I take it Sigma was the one who made the decision?
Yeah.
Is that so? Well, he must be awfully naive. Who bets on a complete stranger like that?
I agree.
God damn it. I set my jaw and stumped away from Alice and 5. My hands had balled themselves into fists, but my throat was tied and my eyes stung. Why? Why had she done it? Quark, Dia, and Luna's group, on the other hand, seemed calm, almost happy.
I'm so happy you chose Ally.
No problem.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dio wanted to pick Betray.
What?
Hey!
Mr. Dio told me to pick Betray so that we could get 3 points. He said we could escape together. If we betrayed you, then we'd have 6 BP. And then, if we betrayed someone in the next round, we'd have 9.
Oh, Dio, is this true?
No, that's not what happened at all.
Kidding! I lied. That was a joke. Mr. Dio would never do something like that.
Would it never?
Joke?
Yeah. Man, he really had me going there.
I really surprised you, huh?
So you really were planning to choose Ally all along? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do. Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah, exactly.
Ever since I realized that it's Aaron Fitzgerald that plays Quark, I can't not hear Chia in Quark's voice.
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
It looked like there had been some sort of argument between Kate, Clover, and Tenyoji, although whatever it was seemed to have resolved itself amicably.
0.
Alright, going back over the rules. Colors are mixed up, you get penalized.
I guess anyone who.
If your BP drops to 0, you die. We're going around, I think about how I came here. I'm gonna go to the various places. Lounge, waitresses, anesthetic, At the infirmary.
Oh, Sigma. What's up with your face? You look like you just saw a roach. Are you still angry?
Fuck you! Of course, I'm teetering on a break of the abyss thanks to you.
I didn't have a choice. I'm just trying to get out of here like we all are.
And that's enough to justify screwing someone else over.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose Ally, then I would have chosen Ally too.
Easy for you to say that now.
What? Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here? I have to get out of here. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to win.
Documented learn works. He's a circus ringmaster. Don't know much about Phi. Go to the crew quarters. Talk about Schrodinger's cat. And Sigma's take about Schrodinger's cat. Radical 6. We found a bomb. I have a vision of the bomb exploding. Explain the antimatter bomb stuff. Now we need to rush through because our time is almost up. We go to the doors.
5 minutes remain.
The doors have opened.
We need to figure out who's going where and fast.
So our options this time are,
We don't have time to wait for you to figure it out. Just pay attention. I'm only gonna say this once.
I laid out our options. Option A, Luna and I pair up with Clover. Temyoji and Dia pair up with Alice. Kay and Quark pair up with Phi. Luna and I pair up with Phi. Temyoji and Dia pair up with Clover. Kay and Quark pair up with Alice. Option C, Luna and I pair up with Alice. Temyoji and Dia pair up with Phi. Kay and Quark pair up with Clover.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Okay, how are we going to do this?
We need a system here, or we'll never have time to argue it out. Why don't we let the people who are at the most disadvantage right now decide?
The most what?
The people who only have 1 BP.
Oh, so that would mean you and Temyoji.
No way. I refuse.
Oh, that's fucking rich. Well, then what would you suggest?
We'll be fair and take a vote.
A vote? So we all just, like, raise our hands for the option we want?
Exactly.
So which one do you want, Alice?
Option C. I want to go with Sigma and Luna.
Tough. Pick someone else.
My. Looks like you're not so fond of me anymore. Do you agree with him, Luna?
I'll just let Sigma decide.
Fine.
I'd like option C too. Clover and I were a pair for the first round, so I feel that I can trust her. What about you, Quark?
That's fine with me.
So that's 3 votes for option C, counting mine. How about the rest of you?
I'd like to pair up with Sigma and Luna too.
So option B then. I like to go with Phi. You good with that, Luna?
Sure. I really don't mind.
Then we've got 3 votes for option B.
I'd like to go with option A.
You want to pair up with Alice? You're a strange duck.
How about you, Tenmyoji?
I don't mind going with option A.
1 minute remain.
So 2 votes for A, 3 votes for B and C. Clover's vote isn't the saddest thing, we're gonna have to figure something else out.
Which one do you want, Clover?
I want to go with option C. Quark chose Ally in the first round, and I was with Kay in the first round.
Then that's what we're doing.
Option C, I won 4 votes. We were almost out of time, and I didn't exactly have a convincing argument. That was such a bitchy thing to do. Like, when she was losing, that was like, oh, people at disadvantage need to be the one deciding. When she's not the one who won MVP, she's like, no, let's make this fair, let's have a vote. Fuck you, Alice.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
The doors are closed. Let's go!
Right.
Let's hurry up. Luna, Alice, and I dashed toward the blue door. I looked over my shoulder in time to see the others disappearing into their doors. Clovercork and Ken ended up at the red door, and Faidy and Temyoujin got to the green door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Man, fuck Alice. Fuck Alice for real, man. Huh? There's 3 doors here.
It looks like they're all locked, though.
Does that mean this is just a dead end?
Well, there's a weird lever thing over here.
Try pulling it.
How about you try pulling it?
Hey, what's with all this hostility? Are you still mad about the last AB game?
I'm sorry, am I mad that you brought me within the brink of dying? Yes, I am still mad.
Please don't fight. We need to work together, or we're really going to be in trouble. Please? Very well. I'll pull the lever then. Is that okay?
Yeah, go right ahead. See if I care.
Luna is the most precious thing in this world, and we need to protect her. Alright, we're actually doing the garden.
But I wonder how you...
Who cares?
But what is this place? Don't tell me we somehow managed to get outside.
I doubt it. Look up. There's a ceiling up there.
Yeah, I remember something, the door said Bee Garden or something. What's Bee Garden?
It probably stands for something. Maybe beautiful?
Huh.
This feels like a whole other little world.
Like an oasis in the middle of all this metal.
I feel kind of weird saying this, considering where we are, but this place feels so liberating. All of this green. It's wonderful.
It's huge, though. We'll wear ourselves ragged trying to search the whole thing.
This must be the exit. Damn. Well, so much for this being easy. It's locked.
We should split up and look around.
Agreed.
Well, let's get to it then. And this is where we'll call this particular stream. Let me go ahead and make a save. Yeah, so thank you for watching. This was Virtuous Last Reward from twitch.tv/gameswithnick. Make sure to hit the follow button, hit the bell so you know when I go live. If you're catching this on YouTube, thank you for that. Make sure to go and follow me on Twitch as well. This is gonna go live on YouTube over the period of break that I have, so I'll be back starting on Twitch, streaming on Twitch starting around January 15th. So look forward to that. If you're catching up the VOD on Twitch, then make sure to follow me on youtube.com/gameswithnick as well. There will be a special series that will only be posted on YouTube over the holidays, so I encourage you to check that one out. So that's gonna do it for us here. So thank you for watching, and until next time.